over the next 5 days. How many of you already saw that we've got a couple bonus days, Saturday and next Thursday? And also, if you've just joined us, we are taking 1 day off next week. All right, we are taking 1 day off next week. Then we're doing an AI bonus day as well. All right, so we're going to talk about the 3 types of AI quickly. We're going to talk about the end-to-end process you need to be thinking about as a business owner. My specialty is behavioral neuroscience and getting people to give you attention, to trust you, to love you, to believe you, and to want to work with you. I'm going to share with you something that many of you have not seen. It's the 6 hats that you need to figure out that has to be done in your business and which one should you be doing. Then we're going to use AI to help you create your vision goals and your big why to get your own brain aligned with what it is you need. We're going to work on you first. And then after our 2-hour general admission session, we will do a 2-hour VIP session for everybody that is in the VIP. Are we good so far? It's a packed day. We record everything, we transcribe everything. In general admission, it'll be up at the top of your Facebook page. For VIP, it'll be in a private portal that you'll have access to for life. All right, so all good. Let's rock and roll. We got all the good things out of the way. Packed day. AI. If you take a look at where most people started understanding AI was really the world of Alexa, of Google Assistant and Siri. They're all getting upgraded right now. Then BERT. Then 2020 is when GPT-3 and 4 really started coming onto the scene. OpenAI, Sam Altman, many of you have heard about it. 2025 is the year of massive, massive, massive change. All right, I'm going to make sure we have all the same understanding. How many of you are familiar with agentic AI and generative AI? We are in this era right now, and let me just share with you what the difference is, just so we're all on the same page. Generative AI. First, let's understand AI is like software. All of the information that has ever been created in video, audio, text, research, whatever it is, has been uploaded since the beginning of time until literally this morning into the large language models or data centers. And they have smart robots, software, basically, that can go in and find what you want, but not only can it find what you want based on all the history of the species in written, auditory, visual, it understands how to write in different languages, different dialects, different tonalities, different type of voices, whether it's Shakespeare or Pee Wee Herman. It can create videos or audios or songs based on how videos are created, based on how songs are created. This is what we call is generative AI. You can use the tools to generate what you want. Give me a Y if that makes sense for generative AI. I am generating information, content, videos, books, whatever it is. I can use the tool to do it. Now, it will do it at a PhD level for every single category you could ever think of. It doesn't just create a photo or an image. It can create a photo or an image or a video of anything you want if you know one thing. Can somebody tell me what that one thing is? And I'm going to teach you some formulas so that you do it right instead of do it over. What's the one thing you need? There you go, Jane. You have to know how to ask the software what you need. No differently than if you have an employee and you said, hey, Joe, hey, Mary, what I need you to do exactly is this research in this style, in this fashion, and here's exactly what I need you to do. And I'll show you the guide method a little bit later to do some stuff. So the quality of what you get out will be 100% determined by the quality of you being able to ask the software for what you need. And if you don't know what to ask it, then you need to ask the software to teach you what to ask it or to answer questions that it will ask you until you have clarity. So clarity of the prompt or engineering the prompt is one of the greatest skills you can learn for now. All right, if you're going to be generating stuff, everybody good on that. Generative AI, use the software to generate audio, video, text, songs, books, whatever it is I want. Right now, we have entered in the last several months in a big way. I want you to think of this: travel agent, real estate agent, insurance agent, right? Do the work, do the work for me. Give me feedback. So an agentic AI is an autonomous agent that you say, I want you to do research for me on this topic or this thing. I want you to create an audio, a video, and then I want you to post it on Instagram, Facebook, send it to my clients via an email. And the agentic AI, the agent or agents that you can put together, will actually go out and do the work for you. And I'll show you some workflows for that. Everybody understand what the difference is between generative, do it with you, versus agents, do it for you. Right? So just understand that all the AI is software, and we use AI this way. Think about this. I like to use visuals. How many of you have a toolbox in your home or business with a wrench, a hammer, screwdrivers, and we have different tools, right? Different tools. You may need a big screwdriver, for to work on your lawnmower, but you might need a little screwdriver to work on the little screws in your glasses. You may need a little hammer to get into a small space and a big hammer if you have a pole you need to pummel into the ground, right? Drill bits, the same thing. Think of AI as, hundreds of different tools, and you need to figure out which is the tool that I need for the job I needed to get done. Do I want a tool that'll do it with me? Do I want a tool that'll do it for me? And that's the difference between generative AI or agentic AI. And yes, I will show you how we do it, not just tell you. And we will give you a bunch of tools that we are using for different things that small business owners need. Now, this is where it's all heading. Have any of you heard of artificial GA or general intelligence? The AI of today, okay, has got an IQ of 140 to 200 in every single category. An IQ of 140 to 200 in every single category, which means it's smarter than most humans. Where we are moving right now, and this is where everybody is a little bit scared, because this AI will have an IQ, this level of AI will have IQ of 400 to 1600. That would be like Albert Einstein, which you see above my shoulder, talking to a cat about E equals MC squared. And the cat's just licking its hair. We will be this year the second smartest species on the planet. Artificial general intelligence will be smarter than any human in every category and can operate autonomously. Used properly, it will be the most powerful, amazing discovery of our lifetime. Used in nefarious ways, it can destroy humankind. And this is where we have a major, major challenge with making sure we have the right guardrails for AGI. Now, I'm not here to have a dystopian view. I prefer to think of we're going to be smart enough not to kill ourselves and wipe ourselves off the planet. It is as powerful, if not more powerful, than nuclear power and nuclear understanding, whether it's fusion or fission. In the right hands, we can light up a city. In the wrong hands, we can destroy it. But we can kill somebody with a knife or cut a steak or chicken or fish. So the tool is not the problem. It's us learning how to have the discipline to use the tool for the good of ourselves and our families and mankind. I like to ask everybody for a small little commitment. If I teach you how to use what I have learned how to use and our students how to use, will you promise to use it for good? Will you promise to be a steward for goodness, for kindness, for doing things for each other, not to each other? Let us be the stewards for good, Let us not be afraid of the change. Let us become adaptationists. All right. And I promise you, I'll give you so much. But I ask that you be part of the ripple I want to be a part of. And that's for goodness and kindness and love and everybody having better lives. All right. We have a gift for all of you. And we're going to give it to everybody. And that is the complete guide to AI and what it can do for you. And just so you know, it took me about 15 minutes to create this using Claude and Gamma. And we'll show you how to do it later. All right. So we're going to give that to all of you. What can you do by learning what I've taught you? This is Guy Sohi, grew annual revenues from 5 to 17 million. Kristen, clients materialized left and right because she started putting the right systems and processes for her email campaigns. Joshawn Jones taught me more in 2 days than the fake gurus who hustled me out of all I've had. I will teach you, teach you, teach you. Dr. Wahida, the Business Breakthrough Challenge offers a comprehensive approach to personal development and growth that goes beyond the surface and delves deep into the realm of mindset, success strategies, achieving your fullest potential. Brett, he's a coach. And I saw what some of you did before. He was able to get his first and second $2,000 clients by modifying his marketing messaging. I think it was on day 3 or so that he got himself $4,000 worth of clients. I can show you thousands of people who've worked. So I assume most of you have a business. Can we do a poll quickly in here right now? Can we do a poll? I want to know what your business is, all right? And or do you have a business, number one? We do have some people that join because they want to start a business, which is fine. You're going to learn more about what it takes in the next 5 days. All right? Do you currently own a business? Yes or no? And we'll show you the results. We'll do this quickly. Can we also ask in the, Kristen, if we can ask in our Facebook group as well? It's amazing how it's almost always the same results, like 80-20, 80 yes, 20 no. All right. Give it one more second here. Yeah, 84-16. Great. All right, Kate, let's move on. I want to know what type of business we have. Do you have a brick and mortar store? We'll show that in a moment. Can you all see the results? We're just showing some of the results. 84-16. All right, Kate.
I think they're going to have to drop that answer in the chat, unfortunately.
Okay. What kind of business do you have? Do you have a brick and mortar store? Are you a coach? Are you a consultant? Are you a doctor? Are you a lawyer? Do you have a health and wellness practice? Let me know, because I customize what I do based on who is here. And hi, Luann. I know what you do. Nice to see you. By the way, if anybody needs a good corporate lawyer, contact Jeffrey Schwartz. He's in here. I've known him for 20 years. He's done some great legal work for us. All right. Coaching, 28%, professional services, 18%, marketing, affiliate marketing, 18%, health and wellness, 10%, online store. That's you, Luann. Brick and mortar store. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Brick and mortar store. That's you. Concrete repair, general contractor. Homeopathy. That's great. Artist and TK, Karen. SEO and web development, brick and mortar. So Cheryl, I hope you are using some AI to help you. MLM business, awesome. Interior design, awesome. So would I be correct in saying that you all need leads, prospects, right? If you're in business, you need leads, right? And if you need leads, you better be doing marketing. And if you're going to be doing marketing, you better understand the psychology of marketing. And I want to start off with sharing something with all of you that is really, really critical if marketing is where you need the most help or sales. All great marketing does not tell the prospect how good you are or about your program, product, or service first. All great marketing has the prospect feeling like you understand him or her or them almost better than they understand themselves. So your marketing should not be about how great you are and how great your program, product, or service is. Your marketing should solve a problem that they have, should connect with them at an emotional level, at an instinctual level, and then logically move them through a process that does not make them think. Why? Because our attention units are in high demand, and the human brain does not like to think and use glucose. So that means that your marketing messaging has to meet an emotional need they have. And we meet emotional needs by connecting, all right, as you will discover over the next several days, with their biggest pains, fears, frustrations, irritations, and we move them to what they want, need, and aspire so they achieve their vision and goals and peace of mind. Does that make sense? So just remember, your marketing is not about you, it's about them. And so when we're talking about marketing and using AI, we've got to understand that. All right. So your marketing has to make them feel that you understand them and what they are going through. You have to meet them at the emotional need, not the logical need. And what you need to know is everything about them and what they're feeling. I will show you how to do this. All right. So the most effective end-to-end process for business growth, number one, starts with your vision, goals, and your big why. Why do we start off with your vision, your goals, and your big why and the body of today's work? Because we have to get your brain to focus on your goals and your emotional reasons why you must. And the reason we do this is because you will come up with obstacles. You will have doubts, fears, worries, stress, anxiety. But if you can lock in on your vision, goals, and big why, you will have the motive for the action when obstacles arise, when you have to adapt and change. We do not want to adapt and change. We want to remain in our comfort zone, our habitual zone, our familiar zone. And all of the success you want is just outside of your success zone that you're in right now or your comfort zone. Would you agree with that? Once we have the vision, goals, and big why, which is our destination, the end result, then I assume either those of you that have a business, program, product, or service, here is one of the things I want to show you. Give me a second. Let me bring something to our table that you're going to see. Can you all see this? 80, 15, 5. Can you all see that? Let me go there. What is this? For every 100 people that are out there on social media or at networking events or live events, your job is to get these people out of your marketing. Your job is to create marketing only for the 20%, but you're specifically looking for that 5% who want, need, and can afford what you have right now. All of your marketing needs to opt these people out and move this 20% into your sales process, which I will show you, which means we have to create avatars or perfect client profiles for who you are going after. Why? Because in this sea of noise, okay, we have to create this resonant match between your message and the perfect person who wants, needs, and can afford what you have. Because everybody else is marketing to them also, who you're competing with, or for other things that they want. So when we create marketing messages and a process to reach them, we're actually activating their subconscious mind that is responsible, the thalamus, for sending a message to the attention unit in their brain. I will show you how to do all this, by the way. But I need to understand we are not marketing to everybody. You are marketing to 20% and always looking for the 5. Let me know with a why if this makes sense. Many of you have never been trained properly on marketing. You may have a great program, product, service, tool, resources. You got great big hearts, but you do not know how to market properly. I'm going to teach you neuromarketing and neuroselling so that you stand out from the competition, you get the business, make the sale, make the profits, live a great lifestyle. Once we have the avatar, which we will be doing in the session here, then we create effective neuro sales and neuro marketing messaging and language patterns. So I'll give you an example. Oh, thank you, Anastasia. Glad people always keep me. Yeah, by the way, everybody, you all have permission to say, John, put your slides back on. Sometimes I turn them off to be able to have it. So once we have who we're going after, now we want to create precision messaging like it's the Super Bowl message, right? We're going to invest time using AI to create the perfect messaging for the perfect avatar. And before anybody asks me, yes, you can have 2 or 3 or 4 avatars. I'll show you how to do it for one. We're going to do it, and then you'll be able to learn the process so you can do it for the other avatars. And by the way, I love feedback. I have 4 screens here, just so you know. So this is the one I speak on. I can see my PowerPoints here. I can see all of you here with me as well. So just like give me a why. And Anastasia, the slides are on. You need to go to meeting at the top of your screen instead of my screen. Top of your screen, everybody. Okay, there's going to be 2 tabs. One says meeting, the other one says my screen. My screen is your screen. Meeting is this screen, and everybody can see me. Thank you, Guy or Guy. All right. So then we're going to create specific messaging for those people so we stand out from the competition. Then we are going to create our core marketing and sales messaging and promise, the core ones of the promise, and that'll allow you to develop your USP, or unique strategic positioning in the market, or your unique selling proposition. All marketing. Step number 5, when we are looking to make a sale, we want to start by thinking about, how do I create an irresistible offer that the person who doesn't yet totally know me, like me, or trust me is going to say, I have to do this. We are going to teach you, or I'm going to teach you, how to activate a part of the brain called the nucleus accumbens and insula, which is responsible for releasing dopamine, or the reward neurochemical, because they anticipate the result that you are going to promise in your core marketing message. You are going to learn more about marketing in the next 5 or 7 days than you have in your whole lives, but how to do it at a very, very high level in a plain, simple way. Your job in some cases to activate their fear circuit or stress circuit, and then release it with the dopamine circuit, okay, that I just shared with you. It's a science. And when you get scientific about this, you'll get better. Now, once you have somebody who makes an investment, the best first time to offer them what I call our accelerators or enhancers, all right, are when they first make the purchase. And you have to make the enhancer irresistible. So I'll give you an example. Many of you decided to buy the general admission, and then 52% of you decided to upgrade to VIP. And then some of you decided to get the Exceptional Life Blueprint that I normally sell for $1,500. These are accelerators and enhancers. How many of you have been in VIP before and said it's been worth it, and you're back in it again? Let me know with a why. Why? Because the value was great. I'll give you more for your $144 than you get for $1,000 anywhere else. So these are the first 5 steps. We have more. 6 is we're going to map out. I'm going to show you exactly how to map out your end-to-end process so that you build it. I want you to imagine a plumbing system in a home, right? You have to build the plumbing system and then pressure test it and make sure there's no leaks, right? You don't build half a plumbing system. You build a whole plumbing system. Well, you don't build half a marketing campaign without a sales process attached to it, so you can see the end-to-end system working, so we can tweak and adjust until we get it ready. Once we have that built, then we determine where are we going to do our marketing to distribute our program, product, service, and we're going to choose marketing and or sales channels. Then we're going to develop the strategies and the tactics of what we're going to offer, how we're going to offer it, and then we are going to make sure that we know our metrics. Like when I ask most business owners, How many leads do you need to make one sale? Most can't tell me. Well, if you don't know how many leads you need to make one sale, you're never going to be able to advertise, and you don't have a system that's predictable. And you're doing hope and prayer marketing. I hope I get enough leads. I hope I get enough prospects. I hope I'm going to make enough sales. How many of you want to create more predictability in the number of prospects or leads you have every day, every week, every month? How would you like to create more predictability in your weekly and monthly revenue? These are the issues most people have. And without this, you can't do step number 10, which is optimize your system and then scale. I've worked with startups for 25 years. I've also helped build billion-dollar brands and companies with my students and for myself. Okay, companies that were worth over $1 billion. So I understand the process from A to Z, and that's what we're going to be talking about. For those of you that want a little visual representation, feel free to look at this. By the way, if you're in VIP, you actually get access to my PowerPoints under one condition. Anybody guess what the condition is? That you do not share my PowerPoints. It's going to be in your VIP portal. Please just don't share my body of work and my IP. I respect what you do and the work you've put into your stuff, but please don't take my PowerPoints and share them all over the internet. Okay? That's just not integrity. So this is your process. And when you put this in place, you have a system that is scalable and leverageable. By the way, all of this, we are going to, well, we're not going to do all of this, but we are going to show you how to use AI to do a ton of it in the next week. How does that sound? In the past, when we did Business Breakthrough Challenge, it's like, okay, here's your homework, do your vision, goals, and why. Today, we're going to show you how to use AI to help you get 99% of the way there in less than 5 minutes. So I'm going to help you do it faster, easier, better, and cheaper. Okay? Here is what your business success puzzle looks like. You have a program, product, or service. You develop your ideal client profile who wants it, needs it, can afford it. You create your communication and marketing messages for your website, landing pages, online or offline, with your benefits, your USPs, and all that stuff, and your follow-up plan. You choose the best marketing and sales channels, where to do your marketing. You choose the best strategies, how to do it or what to do, and then how specifically. So think about this. You want to lose 10 pounds of weight. You can exercise, diet, and sleep better. That's the what. The how specifically is 3 days a week I'm going to walk, 2 days a week I'm going to do yoga, and I'm going to focus on going to bed at 10 o'clock at night and sleeping 8 hours. So we have the what to achieve the goal, and we have the how specifically. Does that make sense, everybody? So it looks like this when you put it all together. We develop a system to generate leads. And you cannot go to number 2 and 3 and 4 unless you have number 1 done. Then we want to qualify leads. How many of you have spent time talking to the wrong people who maybe they want what you need but can't afford it? How many of you have had people that can afford it but didn't buy because maybe you didn't know how to sell properly? Right? So we want to create our lead generation and our lead qualification, qualify the prospect fast. We want to create a conversion opportunity to convert them from prospect to customer. And then for those who don't buy, we want to create a nurturing sequence where we can stay in touch with them. Some of you have been in my orbit for 10, 15 years, right? And some of you, this is your first time that you've invested in one of my programs. And for some of you, you've invested in multiple of my programs. If you've invested in a program for the first time, let me know one time. And if it's more than one, just put more than one in the chat. All right. If it's more than one in the chat, put it in there. If it's one, great. Now, why would you come back? Right? Like, why would people come back? It's because we stay in touch. Right? We stay in touch. Hey, David Buffard, Mr. Wonderful there. Nice to see you. All right. So here's what it looks like. This is what your responsibility is, my friends, to create for your business. This is the success puzzle solved. If you are missing any one of these things, okay, and you're not going to get it all done this weekend, you just don't have a business that's scalable or predictable. But the most important part, right, is I assume you have a great program, product, or service. I assume you're a nice person, but the goal is to get more leads that are qualified with a great offer so they buy from you, right? I mean, that's the game. So whether it's online or offline, we have to help you do that. So let's help you understand a little bit about neuromarketing. It's really the ability to help you understand how to lead a prospect through your sales process, understand how their brain processes and makes decisions about the information that they're seeing from you, whether it's a brochure, your website, your headline, your hook, and you having to understand how you trigger certain circuits to capture attention. You trigger certain circuits to build trust and rapport. You trigger certain circuits to get them to take the next action steps, all done in micro chunks. So it's to persuade them for them to behave in a way that leads to higher conversion during the marketing and sales process. So some of you are doing the equivalent of going into a restaurant, seeing somebody that's attractive, of the sex of your choice. You look at them, they look at you, there's a sparkle in both of your eyes, and you go, hey, want to get married? And it's like, what? You lost them right there. So some of you are moving too fast, some of you are moving too slow. And the most important part, remember, I got to get attention first. Then I have to build trust and rapport. Then I need to create micro commitments. Micro commitments lead, all right, to bigger commitments. So we just need to find the right cadence for you. And everybody's brain, pay attention to this, every human brain functionally works the same. When light, energy, information that I'm reading, listening to, or reviewing, okay, not listening to, but when I'm reading and or seeing information, it travels through the same process in my brain as every other human's brain. Even people whose visual cortex, aphantasia, okay, cannot have visually see an image, it activates the same emotional circuits, even though they may not be able to see. There are some people that cannot visualize. All right. But the circuits that turn on or off are almost identical. So when we understand what causes somebody to pay attention to this headline, this hook, this ad versus another one, and you know how to create it, you will stand out from the competition. Somebody write this down in the chat, both on Facebook and in Zoom. Ready? You have to learn to stop the scroll if you are on social media. You have to learn how to stop the scroll, either with your headline, either with the first 5 words you say if it's video, either it's with an image that creates this curiosity, but you have to stop the scroll. You cannot just put shit out on the internet and not think about, how do I stop the scroll? So I can say, hey, let me talk to you about the 3 best ways to achieve your goals versus the 3 biggest mistakes entrepreneurs make that cause them to fail is this. Which one do you think is going to stop the scroll and keep people's attention faster? Positive or negative? Positive or negative? The 3 biggest mistakes you're making that's causing you to fail in business as a coach, as a consultant, as a store owner, as a lawyer, as a doctor. I will get 90% more flow through starting with a negative than I will a positive. So you have to understand, you don't always need lead with negative, but your first 5 words, 6 words of your written, auditory, or visual has to capture the attention unit. There's a part of the brain called the thalamus. It's the relay station on the brain. And we do more to avoid pain or discomfort and loss and fear than we do to gain pleasure. So we have to learn how to market the right way, which I will teach you. All right. We are marketing, just so you know, from a neuroscience perspective, we are marketing to the instinctual survival brain first, if we can. We are marketing to the emotional limbic system next. And we market logically later. A logical brain does not buy, an emotional brain does. So for those of you that are in the survival business, anything to do with somebody's safety, well, it could be their spiritual safety, emotional safety, mental safety, financial safety, relationship safety, physical safety, you lead with that. Have any of you ever heard of the saying, if it bleeds, it leads, in the news? Why? Why is the news so freaking negative? Because that's what people pay attention to first. There is no positive news channel, and any of the ones that have tried have failed. All right. Our brain will pay attention to negative 1,000 times faster than positive, just because it's geared for survival and safety and an avoidance of pain or discomfort. So if we know that our program, product, or service, all right, if our program, product, or service has something to do with their survival or safety, we lead with that 80% of the time. If we know that they are in, how many of you have ever had like a really bad toothache or a backache? It's like, oh my God, this is like terrible. And you see stuff, right, that resonates with that pain. If you understand what is your ideal suspects, prospects, biggest pain right now, or their biggest fear right now, they're afraid of not having enough money for retirement. They're afraid of the market's crashing again, 900, 1,000 points yesterday. Oh my God, what does that do for my retirement? What does that do for my children's school? What does that do for my, right? If there is a fear that they're experiencing right now, if there is a spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, or financial pain that they're in right now, you better be marketing to that 80% of the time. So pains, fears, what are they frustrated with? They've been trying to figure out what's irritating them about an employee, about a system, about a process, about their computer, about their phone, about whatever. So we focus on creating marketing and messaging for the instinctual survival safety brain where we can, emotional brain next, then we take them through a logical process and write this down, write this down, write this down. That does not make them think. If you make them think, they opt out because it is glucose intensive. And the brain wants to conserve energy, not use energy. Let me know if this is making sense. I'm giving you like a schooling on marketing at the highest level of neuromarketing and selling. When you get just this right, people will start paying attention to you, even though you've been there all along. And by the way, I'm not just going to tell you what it is. All of my teachings, I'm going to show you, okay, how to do this. All right. I'm going to show you how to do it versus anything else. All right. So the company who does the best neuromarketing understands the psychological and emotional reasons why people buy, will sell the most and earn the most money. Marketing and selling is psychological. It's triggering neural circuits in somebody's brain and moving them through a proper process that shows them, not tells them, that you, okay, are the right choice for them. And that's a matter of positioning now. And so what we want to do is understand, for those of you that are new, for those of you that are in business already, I know the answer to question one. Is there a need in the marketplace for your knowledge, expertise, product, or service? Yes or no, answer in the chat. Is there a need for it? Joy, a happiness coach. Is there a need for it, Glenn? Right? Is there a need for it, Luann, in the marketplace? Right? Jeffrey, is there a need for your legal services? Right, in the marketplace. Jane Norris, is there a need in the marketplace? John Hagee, real estate, right? Teach them. Gwendolyn, nice to see you. Linda Fleming, Guy, hello, nice. Is there a need? Then the marketplace has competition. Now we have to ask, how good is your knowledge, expertise, product, or service compared to other people offering the same service or product? How good is it? Because people will pay for quality. If your program, product, or service is shit, don't expect to make a lot of money because you're not going to get any referrals and people ask for refunds. So, number two, what makes you, your knowledge, expertise, or product or service unique or different? Like, why you? Are you a commodity? Are you selling a pen? Are you a commodity? What makes you unique or different? What makes your program, product, or service unique or different? Why? Because uniqueness demands more. How many of you have ever spent more for something you can get cheaper somewhere else? How many of you have ever spent more on clothes, food, whatever? Why would you do that? Because there was something unique about the service, the company, the relationship, the trust, the something, right? And here's where many of you are just, you're just not scaling because of number four. And I'd like you to do this on a scale of 1 to 10 and be honest. How good are you at marketing and selling your knowledge, product, service, or expertise? How good are you? On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are you? Right? I'm going to make you a hell of a lot better in the next 7 days. I promise you that. Right? So here's what you have, a disconnect. All right. So I saw 1 9. Awesome. Awesome. Who's the 9? Alice. Awesome. Right. You have a 8, 9, or 10 vision and goals, but you have a skill level that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when there's a disconnect between the vision and goals and the skill level, we have dissonance, right? We just a mismatch. So guess what my job is? My job, help you become a better CEO. My job is to help you have more knowledge and skill and practical application and to use AI to fill in the blank where you're not a good marketer. I'm going to show you how to use AI to be the best flipping marketer in the world because it's at a level 100, because it has all of the tools and systems and processes and language patterns that you need. All right, you want to know how to make a lot more money in business? How are we doing so far, everybody? I'm giving you some frameworks, and we're going to keep building on this. All right. Anybody want to know the universal formula for business success? Universal formula. Here we go. The amount of traffic you have times your ability to convert that traffic. So marketing and selling plus repeat business and referrals equals predictable, scalable income. If you don't have enough people that you're talking to or seeing your program, product, or service online or offline, in your store, out of your store, if you don't have enough people, you are not going to have enough conversion opportunities. And many of you are doing everything but building a lead generation machine. Because either you don't feel comfortable doing it, you're not prioritizing it, you feel insecure about it, you're lacking knowledge and skills, which is causing doubt and fear and uncertainty. So you go and do the trivial many versus the critical few. So some of you have a traffic problem. You don't have enough eyeballs that you're talking to live or on demand or in a master class or coming. You just don't have, you have that as a problem. But then some of you, even if you do have some eyeballs, they're coming to your website because your marketing messaging or your offers are not the right ones. They're bouncing, they're leaving, they're saying, let me think about it. And business is about marketing and selling. Yes, it's about a great program, product, or service. But how many of you are sick and tired of seeing other people with programs, products, or service that are not as good as yours, making more money than you? This is a skill set issue and a commitment issue to getting better. All right, but we are going to get better. So there's only 4 ways to make more money in your business. Only 4. Sell more to your existing customers. Sell more to new customers. sell more at the time people buy, and then get repeat business and referrals from clients and prospects. There's not 5 or 6 or 7. There's only 4. So our job is to build the systems and processes to help you sell more to the people that you already have as clients, in your orbit, to help you find more new customers, to help you upsell, downsell, cross-sell, or create enhancers and accelerators, I call them. Something that enhances the sale. How many of you have ever been to a store and you've bought a piece of clothing and the salesperson who loves you and cares about you says, "Oh my God, I've got a beautiful bracelet or handkerchief or blouse or pair of shoes or a belt that goes with that." That's an enhancer, right? How many of you have ever bought something, and they say, "Listen, do you want me to help you do it?" That's an accelerator, right? So you need to think about, what can I do for enhancements and acceleration? Okay. And again, these are processes and systems. And then here is what I want you to understand. Every single business, okay, is like a team, right? And somebody has to take care of selling. Can we have an agreement on what selling is for just a moment? How many of you don't feel comfortable selling? How many of you just, I don't feel comfortable in the selling process? Now, would you agree with this statement? Everybody wants to buy stuff, but nobody wants to be sold stuff. Would you agree with that statement? Everybody wants to buy things, stuff, but we don't want to be sold because it feels grimy and salesy, right? When you feel that somebody cares about you, whether it's a pair of shoes, whether it's a steak, at the butcher shop or at the grocery store, whether it's a car, whether it's a coat, anything. Have you ever felt somebody really cares about you and you feel it, and they're there to guide you, and you feel like they want you to have the result that you want, and you're like, "I love to buy from her or him"? How many of you have ever experienced that, where it's like, I know I'm being sold, but I want to buy from him or her because they care about me and I believe them? The only way to get to that position is to not be salesy. It's to be of service at a very, very high level by giving them exactly what they need and want and leading them to see the solution that is readily available to them. And they, as fair exchange, will give you the money they've worked hard for. And then you thank them, and then you show back up and you tell your friends about. Have you ever told a friend about somebody that you bought something from because you got so much value? You said, "Oh my God, you've got to go to her. You've got to go to him." And you're almost like an ambassador for them. So you love buying, but you hate being sold. I love buying. I hate being sold. I think I'm a very good salesperson because I care. I want you to succeed. As a result of that, you're willing to invest with me. And then I always say, whatever you do in marketing and selling, make it remarkable so people positively remark about you. I give more in this program for $47 in general admission or VIP than most people do for their $500, $1,000 courses. Why? I care. I want you to succeed. And if there's other stuff you want to look at that we have afterwards, great, we'll look at that afterwards. So don't be afraid of selling. Don't be salesy, but do not be afraid of selling. Selling is serving. And here's something that changed my life. Not offering you my program, product, or service is doing a disservice to you if I know that what I have can help you. How many of you agree with that? It's doing you a disservice if I feel uncomfortable giving you what you need and showing you how to take it further. I'm not serving you now. So I owe it to you to get really good at showing you how to do what you need, how to achieve that peace of mind, that confidence, that certainty, that self-image, that income, that lifestyle. I owe it to you to show you the process and the plan. And then I serve you. And in serving you, we have fair exchange. So we have to get good at sales. We have to get good. Somebody on your team better get good at sales, online or offline. And just remember, your website, your landing pages, your brochures is a salesperson in print. And if you don't know how to say the right things on your website, on your brochures, on your whatever, then you don't make the sale. Not because you don't have a great program, product, or service. You didn't meet the psychological and emotional triggers that they understood. Back in the old day, we had traveling salesmen, right? Going from town to town to town to town, putting a little box up and saying, everybody gather around. This tonic, this bush, it'll grow hair, take beard off. It'll take your pains away. And then we got the Gutenberg press. And we can start to advertise those things in the newspapers, right? Go back in time, understand selling that went to selling went to marketing and selling, right? In newspapers, in print, then on radio, then on television. And now we have the internet. Now we have AI that can help us do all of it. So we have to understand your business has a variety of different hats that you'll wear or departments. And some of you are using technology really, really well. Some of you are not. But this is where you have to ask yourself, which am I? And I want you to do a little test right now. Some of you, all right, thank you. Let me just show you that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just let me know my slides. All right. I've got to make sure that you've got your own mindset right. All right. Can you see my slides now, everybody? Give me a thumbs up.
Yes, we can.
Thank you, Kate. Right. So when we're looking at you and your business, you own the business, you're the owner, right? But you also, many of you have a role in your business or two or three. So which one are you? Are you the visionary? Is visionary the natural place for you to be on your team? You can see the big picture, okay? You know what programs, products, and services to create, but you need help in some of the other roles. Many of you are visionaries, but you're not marketers or salespeople. That's okay. Your job is to figure out how am I going to get that done, and AI can be your biggest ally. Number two is, are you the marketer? Do you naturally understand, okay, how to communicate and brand and be on message and create these processes and systems, a marketing process and system to capture attention, to gain awareness, to be able to have trust and rapport, and to create these micro offers or micro commitments initially to get people into a process and into a flow. That's a marketer. And either you're a natural marketer, or you're either going to learn how to be better and use AI, which will be your best marketer, because AI, we can create agents that will actually be the role. One of the things we taught just a few months ago to our winning game of business coaching clients is how to have a team of 10 people for $20 a month using GPT, creating a research assistant, a marketer, it's blow your mind. I will show you some of the stuff of how to do it. So which are you, visionary? How many of you are natural marketers? How many of you are natural in sales? Right? Like selling is natural for you. You feel comfortable, making offers. You feel comfortable leading somebody through a sale. You feel comfortable asking questions. You feel comfortable in the objections and how to handle them. And, it's just easy for you. Right? And by the way, there isn't a right or wrong, a good or bad here, but you better know yourself, and you better know what are the obstacles that are in your way. How many of you are the engineer? People ask, what do you mean an engineer? Well, somebody needs to know how to put all the pieces together. This goes into that, and if they do this, then they do that, and if they do that, they do this. If they don't do that, they do this. And here's how the technology fits into the marketing, fits into... How many of you are like, you think in structural order, which is different than analytical? An engineer can take apart an engine and put it back together. If I took apart an engine, not only would my wife kill me, but we would have to hire people to put it back together. I can't put up bookshelves. And that's a true story. We bought some bookshelves at Costco one day because they looked really nice and easy for the garage. I bought it, took it apart, and sat down in the garage or sat on the floor for 2 weeks until we hired a handyman to put it together. Couldn't do it. Not me. So, Howard, you're the son of an engineer. I know, but that doesn't mean you're an engineer, Howard, right? So, how many of you are the engineers? You can see how everything comes together. How many of you are the managers? Once there's a system or process or people in place, it's easy for you to manage people or processes. You may not be the engineer, but once it's in place, you can manage the systems, processes, or people. How many of you are the drivers? You wake up every day. You wake up every day moving things forward. Come on, let's go. We need to get things going. How many of you, all right, are the drivers in your business? Florence, I see that's you. Carolyn, that's you. Great. So you're the driver. Let's go. Let's go. But you need to have the systems and processes and people to drive, right? So here's what this looks like. And this can be part of your homework. Okay. Kay, do we have this in the homework that we're giving everybody?
Yeah, we sure do. And I'll drop it in VIP for you guys now. GA, it's in the Facebook group for you as well.
Great. So here's one of the issues many of you are having. And let me explain this skill set matrix. Okay. Would you agree that your sales department, even if it's just you, there has to be a vision of what it will look like, when it's really functioning well, right? The systems and the processes. Doesn't somebody have to develop the strategies to achieve the vision? How are we going to do it? Then once the strategies are achieved, don't we have to know what needs to be implemented? And then if we have other people or AI, somebody has to manage the processes and the people. So same with marketing, same with operations, same with finance, IT, legal, right? There has to be an X in every box, depending on your type of business and where you're at. Do you know where many of you are getting overwhelmed? You're in so many boxes every day and every week. You're running out of time doing the critical few things because you're doing things that are not easy for you. And so you're doing the trivial many versus the critical few. Does this make sense? The trivial many versus the critical few. And we've already established, you better get your marketing in place and your selling in place. So when we're dealing with this, I'd like you to do this exercise if you don't mind right now. Like, how many boxes are you in? How many boxes are you in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 4, 32 boxes. 32 boxes. Dave, you're in 32 boxes. Here's what I can tell you. Cash flow sucks. There's no way. There's no way. Cash flow sucks. And that's an issue most entrepreneurs have. There's no predictable cash flow because nobody is focusing on the top 2 things every single day. There's only 2 times you should be focusing on selling and marketing, everybody, if you're a business owner. Can anybody guess what those 2 times are? It's really, really easy. It's when you inhale and when you exhale. Somebody better wake up every day focusing on selling and marketing. Because if you're not focusing on selling and marketing, the result is not what you want, right? The result is not what you want. All right. So here is your question that you have to answer for you. How am I going to get marketing and selling done consistently? You have to answer that question, my friends. How am I going to get marketing and selling done consistently? Because if I do marketing and selling online or offline, face-to-face, one-to-one, one-to-many, right, then I can have money and people or AI to do the rest. Let me know with the why if this is making sense. Is this making sense, right? Like, And if you're not a natural, I'm going to go back to, if you're not a natural marketer or a salesperson, you will not wake up thinking about marketing and selling. You will wake up, whether it's, well, how do I put systems and processes? You'll wake up as the visionary, right? You have these hopes and goals and dreams, but there's no systems and processes in place for marketing and selling and engineering a predictable model. So we have to solve that first. All right. And until you solve that, you're going to be frustrated and overwhelmed because you're going to be focusing. It's not that you're focused on the wrong things. You're just not focusing on the right things to grow a small business predictably. So the goal is to be resourceful in the absence of resources. All right. Your goal over time is to only be in 4 to 8 boxes. That's your goal. Right? So you move from 32 to 28 to 24 to 20 to 18. How? You get marketing and selling done. How many of you have ever seen the FedEx logo before? How many of you have ever seen the FedEx logo before? And I've used this for quite some time. So some of you know that I'm going to do this. All right, FedEx logo. How many of you have seen the arrow in the FedEx logo? You've seen the arrow in the FedEx logo, right? You can't unsee it now, right? You've seen the arrow in the FedEx logo, right? How many of you have never seen the arrow in the FedEx logo? The reason we set our vision and goals and our whys, we want to train our brains to see what we needed to see. Does anybody not see? You've never seen it? All right, look between the E and the X, Gavin. Between the E and the X, you see a white arrow? The arrow's always been there, hasn't it? All right, let's get rid of the arrow for just a moment. How many of you know where the tire is? The tire in the logo, that's like a tire moving towards you, just the tire. Who has never seen the tire in the FedEx logo? All right, who has never seen the tire in the FedEx logo? Nope, Holly, you haven't seen it? You've never seen the tire? All right, is the tire there, everyone? Florence, no tire? No tire, oh my goodness. Look at the D. Get rid of the line in the D. Just look at the wheel, like the tire coming off of the D in blue. Just look at the circle, right? There's a tire. Now, I know that some people would say, wow, that's not a tire, but let me give you one more. How many of you know the story of FedEx? Fred Smith. One of my friends worked with him for many years, Michael Bash. Michael Bash created the barcode system that we all use today, right? You know why they created the barcode system? FedEx was created because packages were getting lost in the delivery process. And so they created the barcode system to be able to measure where is the box along the path from somebody's home or business to the destination. So are you aware that they also created, any of you bake? Any of you ever bake and use a little measuring spoon for salt or sugar? Any of you ever bake? Or for vanilla, you have a little measuring spoon? How many of you have ever seen the measuring spoon in the FedEx logo that they put in there as a subliminal to be able to track and measure their packages? Who could tell me where the measuring spoon is in the FedEx logo? Oh, I see a lot of confusion. Like, what? What measuring spoon? Are you crazy, John? Time for a drum roll? All right, well, I want you to all look for the measuring spoon. Look for the measuring spoon. Where's the measuring spoon? It's a little baker's measuring spoon. Look at the bottom of the E. Just the white part of the bottom of the E. How many of you see it now? Let me know with a hand up, a thumbs up. How many of you are like, oh my God, all that's been there all these years. Many years ago, I was at my home in Telluride and I stopped the FedEx driver. I said, hey, do you know where the arrow is? He goes, what arrow? I took him out of the truck. I showed him the arrow, the tire, and the measuring spoon. He almost fell on his floor. I've been with FedEx for 20 years. I've never seen those. Now, why am I doing this, everybody? Why am I doing this and showing you almost like a magic trick of the brain? What does it have to do with your success? What does it have to do with your brain and your success? There is a reason for the lesson. Are you ready for it? Your brain only sees what you are conditioned to see. It deletes and distorts all other incoming information. When light travels through your eyes, it's traveling at 186,000 miles per second, and your brain slows the light down because it cannot process light at that speed. Sound waves also get slowed down when it travels in through the ear canals, and it activates cells of recognition. Why do I start off all of our BBCs with your vision, your goals, and your why? Because if I can help you create a clear vision for what you want, I can help you train your brain to find all of the answers of how to achieve it and where it already is. Clarity does for your brain, okay, what good marketing does, right? So when we are clear on what we are creating, here is what I'm creating, here's my vision and my goals, and here is my emotional reasons for why, we can delete and distort all the crap information out there, and your brain starts to focus on how you can achieve your goals and dreams. So we not only want to learn how to use, our marketing to connect with and get the attention of our prospects. You need to get your own attention in line and find the solutions that match the vision and goals you have, and then back it up with the right behavior. So when we start these BBCs, business breakthrough challenges, a lot of people think that show me the techniques and the tools and make me a better marketer. I will, but allow me to help you use your $100 billion brain better so it's receptive to seeing and hearing and learning and applying what I teach you. When you just teach skills, guess what people do? Same thing you've done when you read your last book or attended your last master class. You forget about it. So one of the things I want to start doing, all right, is how do we start using AI to help us, right? Today's homework, all right, how many of you commit to at least doing your homework every night? Like if you do your homework, the challenge, here's the challenge, right? Learn, then do. The learning does not happen based on what I'm teaching you. The learning happens when you do the homework and you have this visceral experience. So how many of you are willing to either do or redo, okay, your vision, your goals, and come up with why must you achieve it this year? See, people ask me, why do you focus on the why? Well, because I can choose my goals, okay, using my Einstein brain. Okay, let me show you something that's behind me. Okay, I'm going to show you a little bit of neuromechanics, right? Behind my shoulder over here is Einstein. Einstein represents my left prefrontal cortex. But the other side of my brain, called the right prefrontal cortex, Einstein is my imagination that can choose the vision and the goals that I want. Einstein can help me come up with the plans to achieve it. And then Einstein can also say, well, why must you achieve it, John? Why must you achieve it, Jane? Why must you achieve it, Guy, Anastasia? Why must you achieve it? Well, my kids, I'm sick and tired of this. God, I owe it to the world. I want to fulfill my potential because, and we come up with the reasons why. Write this down, everybody. If your reasons why are not bigger than your limiting beliefs, your fears, your self-image and identity, they will win. Your why will not. So my why is I refuse to sit in my rocking chair hopefully one day, and look back and say to myself, I should have done what I needed to do when I could have done it. Part one. Part two. I believe in spirituality. I don't believe in the proverbial God in the sense of there's a man or woman or whatever it is, a deity in the sky sitting there with a long beard, that is going to judge me on Judgment Day. I don't believe that. Many of you do. I respect that, but I don't believe, right, that entity is going to do it. But here's the visual I play with myself. Let's say I was to die, and let's say I was to meet God, and God said, hey, John, what did you do with that life that I gave you? I have this visual I've played that I do not want to come up with excuses of not achieving my fullest potential. That's a visual for me, right? So I don't want that conversation. I said, I did everything that I could when I could have. I overcame my fears and my doubts, and I upgraded my self-image and my self-esteem, and I got rid of my limiting beliefs, and I upgraded my knowledge and my skills, and I took the action, and I helped a lot of people, and I made a difference on that beautiful blue planet of yours. That's me. What's your big why? I also, when I had children, my one son, Keenan, is 30. My other son's 28 right now. I refused not to be a great role model for them. I've overcome the challenges that I've had, whether it's physically, financially, health-wise, so they could see me overcoming it, to be an example of what's possible for them, even in the challenges and traumas, etc. So I use those as my motive for action, my reasons to achieve, my reasons to overcome. Fear of being embarrassed, ashamed, ridiculed, judged, fear of failure, fear of being successful, fear of being rejected. My why for doing it is bigger than my why I won't. And until you activate your emotional center, your limbic system, your fears that you're aware of or fears that you don't will hold you hostage. Your beliefs that are limiting you, which are nothing more than neural patterns, will drive your life. Your self-image that's empowering or disempowering you will be your ruler. And the lack of knowledge and skills will keep you stuck where you're at. And in this time of change, you must adapt or your business may become extinct. So we want to really remember, there has never been a better time ever in the history of humankind, ever, to reach our vision of the lifestyle we want, the charitable contributions we want, the peace of mind, the feeling of being proud. There's never been a better time to create a big vision, to create big goals that you don't yet know how to achieve, and then use AI to help you achieve it. Never. But you have to be committed to the process, committed to the change, committed to adapting, to be change ready right now. And you need to give yourself a reason why you must now. Because if you don't, everything else will be a priority. Does this make sense? So, I'm all in. I'm all in on living an extraordinary life. So I'm prepared to do a little bit extra. And part of it starts with this and what we're doing right now. So what are we going to do? I'm going to show you exactly how to use AI to create your vision, goals, and your big why. And this starts the process of using AI now. Okay? Are we all good? Are we all good? Are we all good? All right. And then, by the way, this will take me about 30 minutes. Then we're going to take a break for all of our VIPs for a few minutes to get, bathroom break or a little, something healthy to eat. It'll be a short break, 5 to 7 minutes. And then we're going to do a Q&A session where I'm going to open up. I'm going to get you on camera with me. And I'm going to do a little John consulting session with you on any question you have. I will do that for 2 hours. We're recording everything. And for the VIPs, we'll be putting the training and the Q&A session in the VIP center, which is separate than the Facebook group. Give me a thumbs up if that made sense. So I want to show you a prompt. Remember earlier I started off with you have to learn how to prompt, ask the AI to do what it does. And we're going to show you how to do it, right? So there's the guide formula. Gavin, you are since you're in here. So the guide formula, all right, the guide formula is just an easy way for you to understand. Number one, I start every one of my prompts. I don't care if I'm on ChatGPT. I don't care if I'm on Claude. I don't care if I'm on Quen. I don't care if I'm on DeepSeek. I don't care if I'm on Grok. I don't care. I am talking to a software or a large language model, and my job is I want you to act as an expert in. I always start off like that. I want to as an expert in, or I want you to act as a PhD level expert in. If it's like in understanding why beetles have the colors that they do, why airplanes land the way they do, why hair grows at this rate, why hormones work like this, why having elevated HDL or LDL is good for your bathroom. I want you to act as an expert in. Give me a thumbs up if you understand the first part of the prompt. You have to guide it. Then I say, I want you to create, research, think, do, produce. I want you to. So first, I want you to act as an expert in blank. I want you to act as an expert in creating my headlines for my coaching business. My client is blank. And we're going to be doing this for the next 7 days, just so you know, all right? Provide absolute clarity. The more clear you are, the easier it is for the software to go into the large language models, OpenAI, ChatGPT, Claude, Grok. There's large language models, which means there's billions of parameters of information in there, but it has to siphon out all the crap. And the way it siphons out all the crap is through your clarity. So I want you to help me understand why zebras have, different lines for each one. Specifically in Nairobi, right? Are you all understanding? Clarity, 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 clarity. So we want to create a prompt on what the LM wants to do for you. I want you to do X for me. Give me specific, detailed instruction output that I want. Provide it as much necessary information as you need. My avatar is this, okay? My goal is Y. My skills are X. Ask me questions, okay? So I can be more clear with you, right? So then you review and you refine your response to make sure that it's clear, all right? So you evaluate it. And what it looks like when you're done is this. And I'm going to give you this prompt so you can use this in your homework. I want you to act as an expert in creating a powerful vision statement for my business or for my life, right? So my industry is, so this is a prompt for your business if you want to create a vision for your business, right? So we're going to start with this prompt for your vision for your business. So I want you to act as an expert in creating a powerful vision statement for my business. My industry is, what's your industry? And I want to achieve, what do you want to achieve? All right, so you insert what you want to achieve, whether it's customer transformation, market change, social benefit, income, whatever it is. My core values are, all right, what are your core values, right? And I want my business to be known for, what do you want your business to be known for, right? Please provide a compelling 1 to 2 sentence vision or 3 or 4 sentence vision or 5 with these details and captures the purpose of my business beyond profit. Does this make sense so far, everybody? So here's what we're going to do. How many of you have ChatGPT available right now? How many of you have ChatGPT that you can do this with me right now? All right, so I'm going to actually shut off over here. Give me 1 second, everyone. I am going to Kay, can you please post this prompt in the chat for everybody?
Yeah, the vision one.
Yeah, let's do the vision one. I'm gonna post it also, everybody. We're gonna post it. You all have it in your homework. I'm gonna post it. Kay's gonna post it as well. I want you to cut and paste this prompt, and you're gonna fill in your own information. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to show you what I'm doing in real time. So now you're going to get your first lesson on using ChatGPT. All of you, please tell me you can see my ChatGPT screen and let me know either with a thumbs up or a Y that it's big enough. All right. Now, many of you know there's a free version of ChatGPT, or there's a paid version number one, which is $20 a month, or there's a paid version number two called Operator, or with Operator in there, which is an agentic AI that's $200 a month. Most of you don't need the $200 a month one yet. But you see over here, I have several different models that I can use, 4.0, 4.0 with tasks, which is incredible, 4.5, good for writing and exploring ideas. I'm going to choose 4.5, but if you don't have the paid version, just choose 4.0. Let me know that you're going to do this with me so we can at least start the exercise. And those of you that are on Facebook as well, you can do this as well. All right, so I'm just going to go to 4.5. I'm going to cut and paste that prompt. All right, I'm going to modify this a little bit. I want you to act as an expert in creating a powerful vision statement for my business. My industry is, I'm going to just delete that, right? My industry is personal and, let me just see, personal development. By the way, I can also speak to it instead of type because I don't type very well. I type with two fingers. I wrote my first New York Times best-selling book with two fingers called Having It All, which is over there. All right. And I want to achieve, okay? And I want to achieve, I'm going to change that. And I want to be the number one, let's say, small business coaching program in the world for entrepreneurs and small business owners. Everybody see the clarity that I'm doing here. I'm telling it what I want, okay? So let's just say we provide our students with unparalleled mindset and skills training, including how to use AI to scale their businesses fast and smart, period. All right, so let me fix that. You don't even need to fix that, right? In doing so, we make a huge positive impact in their lives and in the world. All right. So again, let's just continue this. The more you feed this, my core values are integrity, love, kindness, and let me just see. I'm making these up as we go along, and constant and never-ending improvement. Right? I want my business to be known for providing outstanding service and support for small business owners worldwide. All right. Now, are you seeing how I'm going to take my time in building this? Please provide me, okay, I'm going to get rid of 1 or 2 sentences. A compelling, vision statement that aligns with these details and captures the purpose of my business beyond profit, okay? How many of you see what I've done? I've tweaked, right? What I've got. By the way, I'm going to give you this as well, just so you have that in the chat. All right, so there's my updated version. For those of you that are coaches, possibly, you might be able to take that, fill in the blanks. Now watch what I do. I'm just going to click on this and get the first draft. So my vision, to empower millions of entrepreneurs and small business owners worldwide to unlock their full potential through elite mastery, advanced AI-driven growth strategies, and unparalleled support. Transforming businesses, enriching lives, and inspiring a global legacy of integrity, love, kindness, and continuous, never-ending improvement. How many of you like draft number 1? How many of you like draft number 1? By the way, I'm going to give all of you a link to this. Now, I could tweak this. I could say, make it just slightly longer by about 30% and add the emotional aspect of how my customers feel so that I can connect with their emotional side. By the way, I don't know if any of you noticed, I'm not even typing. I'm now talking. All right. I'm now talking to GPT. And I'm saying, I like this. I don't like that. Nanis, go to your top of your screen. All right. And look at meeting. All right. So to empower millions of entrepreneurs and small business owners worldwide to unlock their full potential, explore profound joy, confidence, and fulfillment by mastering their mindset, harnessing advanced AI-driven growth strategies, and receiving extraordinary support and care, transforming their businesses, enriching their lives, and inspiring a global legacy rooted deeply in integrity, love, kindness, and constant never-ending improvement. How many of you know me that have worked with me in the past would agree that this represents some of your experience with me? Anybody here? I know we have some of our members in our coaching program, right? Now, I can use this as my vision statement, right? So part of what your homework is to create this so that you resonate with it. And then you could tweak it and adjust it just by talking to it. I like this. I don't like that. Make this longer. Make this shorter, right? Remove this word. Remove this. I don't agree with that. Add this instead of that. How many of you think you can have a vision for your business in less than 10 minutes tonight if you do your homework? That you resonate with. It's not AI, it's AI facilitated as a writer for you. Okay? And again, I'm going to give you all a link to my chat GPT so you can see all the prompts. But you see how I said make it just slightly longer by about 30%? I'm just instructing my employee on how to do this right. Okay? You just did one and you love it. Alice, what about 3.7? Right? Right? So that's kind of like, number 1. All right, let me go back over here. We're going to keep this open, right? So that is how to create your vision using AI. By the way, could you say, here's my business, here's what I sell, here's who I sell to, help me create some marketing, social media posts, help me create my copy for my website? my brochure. I'm going to show you how to use a few tools over the next 5 days. They'll just blow your mind how phenomenal they are. So now, we've got this entire process of guide, understand, instruct, details, tweak it, evaluate, change what you need. Bam, do the work for me. Done. I've got a vision I can start working on. Now, by the way, do you know what you do with your vision once you have it? You read it every day. You put it in your office, in your home office, and you say, is this what I want to achieve, what I want to trade my life for? And if it resonates with you, good. You've just activated your motivational circuit. We can figure out how to achieve it after we know what it is that we're achieving, right? So when we have, okay, our prompts, so let's say I want to take this one next, all right? I'm going to take this next over here. All right, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to cut this prompt. Okay, everybody, I'm going to give you like this prompt from the chat. And you all have this, just so you know. I'm going to go back to the same prompt that I was in with ChatGPT. And I'm going to go, great. Let's do part 2. Are you ready? And again, you know what I always do when I'm playing with ChatGPT? I pretend that I'm talking with an expert employee. Let's have this dialogue with it. Are you ready? And it says, absolutely, ready for part 2. Let's dive in. So I'm creating this relationship like I would another human being. And if, let's say, the human being is smarter than I am in the topic that I need its help, do you know what I do? Hey, I really don't understand this. Hey, I'm a beginner. Hey, I'm stuck here. Hey, this doesn't make any sense to me. Have you ever used ChatGPT to tell it that you don't understand what it's doing and that you just have a dialogue with it? So now I'm going to go, boom. All right. Act. Okay. So now I'm going to go now. Act as an expert in achieving goals and help me outline the key goals for my business based on the following details. Okay. I want to accomplish, okay, being the #1 small business coaching company in the world, right? I want my revenue to be, somebody tell me the revenue they want. If you're a coach, this will be easy for you because I'm going to keep having you do it. Now, take the info above and somebody tell me. You say, thank you, man. 250K, Clara. All right, so Clara, I'm just going to use you. All right, so let's just see. I want my revenue to be 250,000. Clara, I'm putting this in for you. Everybody, you can put whatever you want. Okay. In 2025. Let's go 2025. Okay. Clara, what's your goal for 2026 and 2027? Should we say 500K, Clara? 500K for 2026 and 1 million for 2027. All right, great. So let's just use this as an example. Okay. For the 1 year mark, I want to give me 1 second. Clara, what we want to do here, right, is Clara, what do you sell your coaching for? What is the average price of your coaching? Let me fix this also. All right, what is your average price for your coaching? Clara, is at 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 average. I'm just going to make this as fast as 3,700. So watch this. I want to move, right, for 2027. My coaching packages average $3,700. Okay. Now I'm going to please organize this into a structured goal outline with measurable outcomes for each time frame and help me determine. Let's just see. Yeah, for each time frame. So watch this. I'm just gonna leave it at that for now. So what I like to do when I'm prompting is give ChatGPT chunks of information. So I wouldn't do all of this in one fell swoop. I'm gonna do the vision statement first, then I'm gonna do some of the goals, then I'm gonna do my big why, and then I'm gonna move on to strategies and tactics. Does this make sense, everyone? So micro pieces make it easy to do. And just confirm you can still see my screen and what's written on here. I'll make that a little bit bigger. And let's see what it does, Clara. Here we go. Ultimate goal, become the #1 small business coaching company globally by 2027. So it's setting out a 3-year, goal for me. Okay. So it's already done that. Great. Look at this. Revenue target, 250,000. Average coaching package, 3,700. Clara, you need 68 clients on average. 250,000 divided by 38 is 68. Key measurable outcomes, right? Acquire 68 new clients at current average pricing. Gross. Now it's also giving us some outcomes, right? Grow small email subscriber community by at least 2,000 members, based on a 3 or 4% conversion rate of 2,000 members. Right? Develop and launch at least 2 signature programs focused on mindset training and AI integration. Establish clear customer satisfaction metrics. Achieve 90% satisfaction rating on client survey feedbacks. Create a strategic AI-driven lead generation funnel. Generates at least 200 qualified leads monthly. Clara, does this help? All right. And I will give you that prompt. All right. For everybody. So Stephanie, this is for you and everybody else that I'll show you what I did. Does this show you, okay, the initial first steps? Let me just minimize my screen a little bit. So it's helping me create some goals. Now I might say, I don't want to develop 2 signature programs. That's not what I want to do. So I could talk with it and say, let's change, one of the goals or the outcomes. So does this make sense, everybody, how we use the tool to just help us with our vision and our goals, right? And we're using the tool to help us. Now, it may tell you things that you should do, but you say, I don't want to do that. So watch this. I don't want to create 2 new signature programs focused on mindset tracing and AI integration. I only want to have 1 program. So what I want to teach you more than anything else is I am having a dialogue with my AI employee. Okay? So now my key measurable income, I've got to focus on 68 new clients this year. I've got to build at least 2,000 engaged members, which I don't think is enough. 2,000 engaged members is okay, but I would prefer, 10,000. So I'm just going to go, I don't think 2,000 engaged members is enough. So let's make that a goal for 10,000. Now, I'm saying this because I have some experience, okay? So now it's going to revise my goals. Now I have my vision and my goals based on what it is that I want to do. Do you know how long it takes a consultant or coach to teach you to do this and to do it with you? How many of you are feeling a little bit more comfortable in using the tools? By the way, can I go deeper and say, hey, By the way, here's 2025 goals. Here's 2026 goals. Here's 2027 goals. And this gets you further ahead than most of you have been in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. But now could I say, hey, I need your help in coming up with my marketing to get 68 new clients and to get 2,000 or 4,000 engaged members. We will go there, but I want to show you, we're going to start the vision, goals, and the why today. Okay? So then I'm going to go back to the deck. And I'm going to go back over here. And I'm going to take this. I'm going to go back over here. I'll say thanks. Now, I'm using one of the large language models for probably 2 to 3 hours a day. I always have one. I always have them open. Always. All right. Now, act as an expert, creating a compelling big why statement for my business based on these details. Okay. So I'm just going to get rid of this for right now, just to show you. You can take the prompt and do it. So now it's going to help me create a big why. So now it's thinking. Let's hope that it's not. All right, what's going on? Here you go. Your compelling big why statement. Because I deeply believe every entrepreneur deserves the chance to fully realize their dreams, break through their mental and emotional barriers, and achieve the freedom, joy, and fulfillment they've always envisioned. This business matters profoundly to me because it's my life's purpose to empower others to unlock their highest potential, build businesses they love, and positively impact their families, communities, and the world. I am passionately committed to guiding entrepreneurs to transform limitations into possibilities, obstacles into opportunities, and dreams into reality, because when they succeed, we all thrive together. Does that resonate with any of you? Just as a beginning, just a beginning. Now watch this. I want you to also add a little bit about how important it is for me to use my life in a way that has impact, influence, and purpose, and to be a guide for my children and my family. Please incorporate that into it as well. Hold on 1 second. Sometimes when you hit give me 1 second. Something happens sometimes when you hit return on your keyboard. I want to also add a little bit about how. Okay, so this is supposed to be important. That should be an A, important, no. To use my life in a way that has impact on the purpose. Okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit more personal stuff to create, right, a why statement for me. So it's going to rewrite it for me. I don't have to sit there and rewrite it. I'm just going to guide it and just talk to it. All right, because I deeply believe every entrepreneur deserves the chance to fully realize their dreams, break through their mental and emotional barriers, and experience freedom, joy, and fulfillment they've always envisioned. This business profoundly matters to me because it allows me to use my life in a meaningful way to create real impact, inspire lasting influence, and fulfill a greater purpose. It's my heartfelt commitment to not only empower entrepreneurs to build thriving businesses they love, but also serve as a living example and guide for my children and family, demonstrating what's truly possible when we lead with integrity, love, kindness, and constant growth. Can you see how it's taken what we put up above? The vision, the goals. Now it's creating my big why. When my clients succeed, my family witness firsthand the power of serving others, reminding us all that life is dedicated to making a difference is the ultimate legacy. Anybody resonate with that might be a coach? I'm kind of doing your homework for you. All right. I'm kind of doing your homework for you, everybody, but it's important for me to show you how to do this so that you have the skill to do this in every area of your business. All right. How many of you have leveled up a little bit of your skill today and your knowledge and awareness? All right, we're going to use the tool. And again, like we're just warming up. We're just warming up. So let me show you a couple things. All right. So your homework, which we've done for some of you, is to use AI to create your vision, your goals, and your big why for your specific business. And what I ask you all to do, whether you're in the VIP Facebook group or the general admission Facebook group, load your vision, goals, and your big why. Why? Because people get to know you. Maybe there's business for you to have from each other by helping each other. All right. You'll see how other people are prompting and doing their work. It'll spark ideas for you. It's a mastermind where all the minds share their work and everybody gets elevated. And what we do is when you look at it, we will randomly choose some winners, and you can choose one of my books if you are chosen as a winner. So to give you a little bit of fun, we will choose winners and announce them tomorrow. So put your homework in the Facebook community you're in, VIP or general admission, and we're going to read them. I read them. I'll comment on a bunch of them. I usually spend a couple of hours reading your stuff so I get to know you better. And then let's lift each other up as we climb. Does that make sense? And then Karen, what did you want me to do? Karen, I saw that you asked for something over here. Give me a second. Your big why prompt. All right. I thought I already did, but let me share it again. And Kay, can we get a copy of all of this for everybody, and let's put them all in there. Yes, I'm going to give you the link to the ChatGPT. Does everybody know that we can share the link now with you? I could take this link right now. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Everybody pay attention. I am putting the link for ChatGPT in the chat right now. If you click on it, it will open up the work that I just did. Keep it open and look at it and read it and just get the prompts from there or from here. Now, can you see how we can use these prompts for marketing, for selling, for social media posts, for strategies, for tactics, for timelines, for everything that we're going to do over the next 7 days or 5 days? Tomorrow, by the way, don't go yet, everybody. Tomorrow, all right, we'll announce some of the winners. We're going to get the first lessons of how do you start doing marketing the right way. So behind me, you see there's Einstein and Frankenstein. You need to learn how to activate the fear, stress, worry, stress, anxiety circuit in somebody's brain ethically, and then relieve that for them through your program, product, service, and offering so that we make Einstein happy and they see a path to achieving the success that they want. Okay? I'll show you how to create your perfect avatar tomorrow. We're going to use AI to do all of this. Or stop wasting your time marketing to the wrong people, right? Then I'm going to show you how to connect deeply with what they really, 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 really want. And I'll show you the real triggers of why people buy. Okay? So I'm going to be building this in layers with you. Every day, I'll be teaching, showing you, and then you're going to do. Theodosia, happy birthday, young lady. Blessings to you. Does this make sense? I've built this in a way that we teach, we show, you do, you learn, we teach, we show, you do some more. All right, so this is a challenge. And that means that there's some stuff for you to do. For some of you, here's what let me share something with all of you that are in general admission. Almost every single day, 10, 20 people in general admission want to move to the VIP for the Q&A session because we go deep on all this stuff and we answer questions. If anybody wants to, please let my team know, and you can sign up during the break and we'll give you a link to come into the VIP. And I'll let you know this every day, just so you know, because every day, even the last day, by the way, for anybody that's in VIP, not only do we have a VIP page and portal for you, you get to keep it for life. So you get to keep access to it for life. If you're in general admission, you get the general admission page for 30 days after the event is done, just so you know. Lisa, yes, there is a portal. My team can help you. These are just some people. Emily Lee lives in Toronto, got extra 10 leads for her pre-book after day one by applying what we taught her today. This is Victoria Pettis, signed 30-day, just signed in a 30-day coaching client because of the momentum, the Business Breakthrough Challenge. She said VIP is priceless. Madur, because of your VIP training, my company has managed to double its profits. What's even more crucial is I never felt overwhelmed. Instead, I possess unwavering confidence in my ability to continually expand my business. So that's that. I can show you literally thousands and thousands of these. All right. So general admission is great. VIP, I believe, is a whole other level, and I believe you deserve it. So upgrade your self-image to deserve it, and be with us in VIP if you would like. My team will provide you with the information. There'll be a link for you. Here's what we're going to do. Everybody, check your time, please. Check your time, please. And let me just get my time over here so I know we should be around 11:10. It is 11:09. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a 6-minute break. All right. We're going to take a 6-minute break, everybody. So at 15 minutes past the hour, 6 minutes from now, we will get your questions in the VIP, and you'll be able to hop on stage with me. And I will tell you in advance, when you come up on stage, I want to know your name, what your business is, and I want a precise question. That's not a story that takes 5 minutes, because we only have about 5 minutes per question. All right. I'm going to get some water and some nuts, and I'll see you back in 6 minutes, everybody. Are you having fun? Are you learning? Are you growing? Are you excited? And we're just day one. We're just day one. All right, I'll be back.
Awesome. Thank you so much, John. I'm going to play a little bit of music for everybody while we take this break. Meanwhile, I am watching the chat. Please drop any questions that you have for John in the chat now in VIP. GA, you still have time to upgrade to VIP and get into this Q&A live session if you are interested in getting on live with John, which I hope everybody is. And it is first come, first serve. So the first questions in the chat are the ones that are going to take priority.
Just fine.